Hey, I'm Dr. Greg Gerson with Align Wellness Center, and today we're going to talk about skull horns. Okay, so we're really not going to talk about skull horns, but that's what they're talking about in the media and calling these things. So what we're going to really talk about is a change in the spine biomechanically that may or may not be linked to some phone use. So what we're talking about is if we look at the neck here from the side, we're going to talk about the very bottom of your skull here. Ideally, this should be smoothed out right like that. However, what we're seeing more and more of is that bone is growing down from the base of the skull and getting pulled along this area here. This is being called a horn in the skull, and it's really not that a horn is of a concern. It's what's going on biomechanically that's making it happen, and the population they're finding it in. So they're really finding it in youth between 18 to 30 years old at a higher level than they ever have before. Now the link is that it's from text used in technology, constantly being in front of you. But in reality, what the problem is not the technology, it's the posture that people are in. Now in this case, you'll notice this is a much older person than that. And you can notice that their neck goes the wrong way. It should have a nice curve like this. That position has caused strain on the skull that has caused the bone to grow further. How do you know if you or your kids wind up having these? What do you wind up doing about this? Well, I'll be honest with you. My medical colleagues are not experts at it. They're not the most familiar with it. This is something that I've been seeing in practice for the last 10 years. And what we do with this when we find it is we look to understand the biomechanical distortion. In this case, we look at this reversed cervical curve, or the neck going the wrong way. And we figure out why that's happening and look to restore the cervical curve to take the tension off of the base of the skull and the muscles in the back of the neck. For you, what can you do? Well, the first thing you can wind up doing is you can wind up doing a posture exam for you or your kids. The easiest one to wind up doing would be to have a look at them from the side and see where their ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, and ear line up. And if you wind up seeing that their head goes forward to your shoulders, you need to see a corrective chiropractor to figure out why and to figure out the safest, most natural way to train and develop the process to bring their head back over their shoulders. I wish it was just a matter of telling them to sit up straight, but we've run into so many kids who have been told that so many times and they really can't do it. Typically they can't do it because somewhere in their past they've had an accident, an injury, or a trauma, whether it was roughhousing with their siblings, playing a sport, birth, or anywhere along the lines that shifted them out of balance. The messages from the brain to the nerves in the back of the neck and those muscles don't get through clear. So that position is where they've learned to grow. We use a specialized non-surgical method that's outstanding for kids in helping them to respond, to stand up straight, reconnect those muscles, and bring their heads back over their shoulders. If you or someone you know is concerned about horns in the back of their head growing, or you want to see where your children or your family or yourself lay on that parameters, let's connect to figure it out. Once again, I'm Dr. Greg Gerson with Align Wellness Center, and thank you for letting me be a part of your health.